Shalom. I'd like to start by saying Ka Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is going to be about the inward and the outward man. Right? Especially right now, what's going on. Everyone's worried about the outward man. Right? What's going on? Oh, my sickness. And don't get me wrong, like worrying about your sickness is, of course, like your health and your immune system is obviously important. Right? But everyone's worried about like the carnal things. You know, they're still trying to keep their appearances, you know, they're the same life that they had before this whole coronavirus hoax started. Right? You have to realize that life is gone. That world that we were in 2 months ago is gone. It's gone. All right, so you need to understand, like, now that we're in these times where now we're in these isolation quarantines, you have time to work on yourself. You should focus on the inward man, right? Your inward, your mental state, your spirit. You know, getting right with the Most High. You know, I'm talking to the elect, right? Because that's all we have to focus on. This is just giving us more time to focus on the Most High, because now we're not in the we're not as in the world, you know, dealing with all those spirits and demons, right? And just check this real quick. Slack, yeah, just to make sure it's recording properly. Can't really see with the sun, but you know, like, it's serious. And, you know, focusing on an inward man is gonna, you know, the inward man. I say the inward man, your spirit. You know, your relationship with your Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It's gonna be the deciding factor between you taking the chip or not taking the chip. Right? Because right now the Most High is plucking out the plants out of his garden. So plants are being plucked out. The weeds are being plucked out. You know, and he's plucking out men that, you know, weren't doing the work or weren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, right, you should be paranoid, like, because this is a grace period. This is what he's doing. It's like when you have your garden. If you had a garden before, there's a period where you know, you're not really, you're still watering, you're still doing what you have to do, but it's a period where you, a grace period where you go in and you start plucking everything. Boom, one person's gone, one person's gone, one person's gone, one weed's gone. You start spraying your anti-weed sprays to kill the weeds, right? And that's what's happening. And I think I talked about in another video, but a group in Trinidad is done, right? A camp in Trinidad's done. They felt like they had the right doctrine, and now... And the reason why that was, from what Apostle Gabar was saying, is that they're focused on the outward man. They're focused on, oh, they want to be the top, you know. They felt like they had the knowledge and, you know, they knew what they were doing. They had the right breakdowns, right? They wanted the fame. Like, no one's in this for fame. I'm not in this for fame. There's no fame towards this at all, right? So let me just get into the scriptures, because I rather the scriptures talk. Let's get straight to the point. So we're going to start off at Romans 8. Romans 8 and 7. Actually, we're going to start off at 6. Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death. So for to be carnally minded is death. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Like, I don't really need to go break down that. That's pretty, you know, straightforward. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace, right? To be spiritually minded is life and peace. So, now, when we're in the world doing our jobs and working, it was a little bit more difficult to be spiritually minded because you got to deal with all these damn demons, right? This world's wicked. But now that we're in isolation, you have more time to be in your spiritual mind. Just focus on the spirit, right? Right? So, like, you get your spirit right. You get to feed your spirit. So be in that spirit mind, right? Because that's life and peace. I'm so peaceful right now. I've probably been the most peaceful I ever have been in my whole life. So I'm not dealing with all these demons at work, right? I just have to be myself. I can focus. I can read scriptures. I can do things like that. But, you know, you still have your demons, your neighbors, and stuff like that, but, like, they can't interact with you, especially now you got this 6 feet isolation, right? So, like, this is the best time. This is the best time, right? verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So there you go. Being carnal minded is against Most High. You're going against the Most High being carnal minded, right? So if you felt like, that you felt demons were on your, things like that, this is the time to, I guess, get right with the Most High. Get back into spirit. Go on a fast. You have time to fast now, right? You might as well practice fasting anyways because Jacob's trouble's coming. But we're already in Jacob's trouble. The peak of Jacob's trouble is coming. So, food's not going to be a thing. So you might as well practice fasting right now. Get right with the Most High. Build your spiritual mind. The spiritual mind, right? So we're going to go to Matthew 23 and 25. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day outside. So, if you're inside, you've been inside all day, and, there's nothing wrong, like, with being inside. But, I mean, if you have a chance to go outside and walk. I'm talking about people that live in Canada, like in Ontario, that area. But if you're going outside, go outside and walk. The air is good. It's cleaner than it was before. I mean, we still got those chemtrails, but it's a lot cleaner than it was before. It's nice weather. Right? Salaki, that's Matthew 23. You're writing sometimes. Matthew 23 and 25. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. This is Yahushua talking. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. So back then, the Pharisees, Most High, Yahushua came up to them and just, basically said what he said. He said, woe unto you, scribes. Because you can see the scribes. And another group, perfect example, if you want to think of the scribes, is the IUIC. You see how their garments are all nice and gold, tailored garments, fitted, they got the gold out linings and everything, right? Just like the most High said here, Yahweh Shem Yahushua said here, right here, is that woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, right? For you make clean the outside of the cup, so they make clean the outside of the cup, and we're talking about them, for example, and you can relate to people in the world, right? Or even yourself, right? You always look at yourself too. For you make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, right? So you make clean the outside of the cup. You make clean your outward appearance, your outward man. You make it very clean and nice.